Hey, what's going on everybody? It's Tripoli here, back with the Lord's Mobile video. And in today's video, guys, we have KVK Part 2. In this part of KVK, there's no affiliation with any of my castles or any SIP guild. It's just a bunch of big zeros and big hits from other guilds during the duration of KVK. And as you can see, we've got EML, Hago82. He is 846 million might in research gear. This ROD more X guys coming in with a full range rally. It's walking, and we're going to see how much damage this does. This guy is still in research gear, and 86 million kills, what's going to happen? And down to, 20 million might from that. ROD walks back. So I think they either hit, I think it might have been infantry wedge is what they're hitting right now. And as you can see, we'll see here in a second, we can see Flofo's also going range. We saw a Mythic Cup down there. Going range, hits for 20 mil. About 26 mil actually. So now this Hago 82 guy is now down 46 million might. So I don't think this guy's in cav wedge, but I do think maybe he's in range wedge. These rallies are doing a particularly good amount of damage. I don't think they're getting full countered unless this guy's got a really crappy comp. So obviously they're going to load back up, and they know what formation he is. They know exactly what to send. They can time it together, and the reinforcements won't do too much. He could try to put on his gear at this given point, and it probably won't do too much because I'm pretty sure at this point he'd be down to like 2 troop types. Well, with his kind of stats, he looked like he did not have too many troops. I scouted him there. Actually, forgot what he had in his scout report, and I didn't actually save it. I wasn't thinking too well during this period of time. But they're going in for another rally. They're loading up, and EML is giving Hago 82 as many reigns as he could possibly fit up in there, the full 1 million. And look at this, he shields. Luckily for this guy, he gets online and he shields. There's been a lot of situations where this wasn't the case, and this is one of them right here with A2R. You guys are gonna believe this crazy zero. So what basically happened is there's A2R, Oppo, A5S. And, A2R is, I believe, not maybe mainly, but they do have a lot of Greeks in their guild. And so I'm pretty sure this guy was one of the Greeks, and their time period is around this time was probably like 3 a.m. So it's a bad situation to be offline, and if you don't have notifications on, or you're just not waking up. I don't know what this guy was doing, but he's in complete la-la land, sitting at 634 million might, and they're sending T2, T4 leaderless marches. So all they're losing is probably like 80k T2 after each rally, and they have to keep healing their T4, which, yeah, it can get expensive to continue to heal the T4, but you're not really losing all that much by sending these types of rallies. You're chipping down the front line, and you're really starting to do some damage. We try to jump around. We don't really want to watch all the leaderless T2, T4 rallies, but as you could see, like the first one that we saw did like 3 million, and it just started doing more and more and more, right? It started 3 million, 3 million, 3 million, then it jumped to 4 million, then 5, and then it just started, just ticking for a little bit more, and eventually, they start reeling him down, and somebody gets ballsy enough to send an actual leader into the guy, and then they kind of see, they can assess the damage, they kind of know his front line. As you can see, he's like 616 right now, and Comfy Fuck is coming in for the rally, and they drop him another 5 mil. So I'm pretty sure, I'm not entirely sure, but that could have been I believe that it had to have been a leaderless, unless they just got full counter there. But we have fucking right coming from the top, from CND, and we're about to see what this rally is about to do. Now I'm pretty sure this may have been the first leader rally coming in here. I know he did end up sending his leader at some point, but 604 million might. Let's see the drop on this. This should be the leader rally, and they should be getting I believe the full counter on this Oppo guy. So let's we'll take a look at the damage here in a second and see how much he drops, and kind of assess how many troops he's got left. So I'm pretty sure this guy started with about like 14 to 16 million. And as you can see, he did send a leader. He's down to 585. He hit about a 15 million might drop right there. So I think they're starting to really barrel through his T4 front line. We've got ROD Sugar Froggy coming in for another rally. Let's see how much damage this does. As you can see, it completely disappears. And as they send another leaderless T2, T4. As you can see, he's down to 500 and 558 mil. They went back through. They sent the lead. They did another rally. Sugar Froggy sent the lead. Now he's down to 558. His entire T4, T2 front line is demolished. He's only got 2 troop types left at this point. CND fucking right is coming in, I believe, because his leader's capped at this point. So he's coming in for a leaderless T2, T4. And let's see how much damage this actually does. This leaderless T2, T4 drops him about 10 million might. Does pretty well for himself there. And ROD has just brought in another lead, Sneaky Smasher. You probably seen him in a couple videos or so. He's a really nice lead, and he's coming in. And let's see exactly what happens. Look at that, burned by Sneaky Smasher. What a hit! Now let's go check out the might drop on that. So this guy is now down to 518 million might. He dropped quite a bit off that last rally. I think it was about 40 million. So I'm sure that majority of his T2 is now just about dead at this point from his second line, his middle line. So at this point, they're about to be dipping into that middle line T4 in the next rally. They got to find him first. They go ahead and find him. Oppo gets kicked from A2R. A2R starts to rally them, which they said it was to save the leader, but honestly speaking, I think this is not the way to go about doing it. I mean, I guess you don't have to reinforce your friend at this point, but I think kicking and then zeroing is just not the way to go about it. That's just personally how I wouldn't do it. I guess this is their decision as a guild, and maybe that was an excuse, maybe it wasn't, but they're going to do their own thing, right? So they're going to come up in here, they're going to rally their own player, and, you know, we've got a bunch of guilds now. We've got a bunch of guilds over here. They see the action. They've seen all these rallies go off for like the past 30 minutes. This guy hasn't woken up. He's probably got tagged a million times, but just can't wake up. We don't know. He kind of looks like a free-to-play castle to me. And we've got Comfy Fuck coming in for a rally. He's got his leader back at this point from getting capped. Coming in an Oppo A5, they hit him with a little bit of a carpet right there, and two more rallies come in from TMF and then ROD, and we're kind of lagging here, so we can't exactly see the might drops between rallies because it's just complete chaos on the battlefield here, and we can see the drop down to 355 million might. So we see a couple solos come in. We know damn well he's zeroed. Down to 355 million might, zeroed. He's donezo. It's funny because by getting zeroed and taking all those T2, T4 rallies, this guy actually ended up making as top player in KVK. I found that just so funny. But moving on, we've got PP in 667. Now this was also during KVK. I was looking at the guild PP. We got this guy Frosties who's getting rallied by I believe V tilde S as well as THD. Now THD I think ended up canceling on him, and V tilde S come in for a rally. Now their rally lead. He's got like 2 or 3 mythic cups. He's looking real nice. Like, I mean, these guys are real rally leads, and they got so many of them. I looked down the player list, and they had, you know, guy with mythic cup after guy with mythic cup, all over 1 billion. They had pay to play heroes, and they just look really nice. As you can see, the rally's now walking from Magab, Bakang, Kung. I don't really know how to pronounce that. 3 mythic cups, mythic champ boots. Guy from PP Frosties, you know, he's out of there. He ports immediately because he's a reinforcement trap, and he's like, you know what? You know how reinforcement traps work. You're only gonna be in one formation. You try to port as fast as possible because you know you can't counter. You can't switch formation. So you just give yourself an attack boost. You make sure it's coming. Boom. You try to port as fast as possible so maybe they don't get the gear swap or, you know, whatever. I think he took a little bit of extra time. Maybe he just didn't have everything set up correctly for him to take the hit, but he ends up capping regardless. So the guy sends out a full infantry rally. It does some damage, but it doesn't do too much. I'm pretty sure this guy is a range reinforcement trap, and you know he did take some damage off that rally. They did hurt him quite a bit. But guys, they're trying to send another rally at him. He's sitting at 237. Look at this. He ports out, and as you can see, V tilde S, boom, gone, capped. They capped another rally from another huge lead. Now we're going to check out the might rankings of the guild just to see where he's down to, and we can kind of see he's down to 230 million might. So this guy, he has had quite a bit of a drop. He's capped a couple of big leads, but guess what, guys? The ransom rewards are going to be insane for him. He's going to be able to ransom for a hell of a lot of speeds because these guys look like they are pay to play castles, you know. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. Love constructive criticism. Keep it up, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.